Ladies and gentlemen, we officially have the Cinderella of this year's NCAA tournament, but I have to say, I have never seen Cinderella dunk quite so much. I'm Tom Vandervoort alongside Mike DeCourcy as we break down each and every game of this year's NCAA tournament. Thanks to UPS and the UPS team, Performance Index. We're courtside in Dayton. And what am I to make of the Florida Gulf Coast Eagles, Mike? They destroyed Georgetown, basically. Then they went out and did the same thing to San Diego State.
Well, I think the first thing you make of them is that they aren't the Cinderella of the 2013 tournament. They may be the Cinderella in the history of the tournament. We've never had a 15 seed make it to the Sweet 16 before. A few have won, 6 or 7 have won. All of the others exited after the next round, but not this team. And I think part of it has to do with the fact that, you know, here I go. I'm gonna be, rain on the parade. Part of it has to do with the draw. I mean, they didn't have to play the number. They didn't have to play a great team in the second round. San Diego State, good, solid team, not a great team, not a physically imposing team. A team with some tournament experience. Jamal Franklin, certainly a terrific basketball player, but that team had really kind of struggled a lot in the Mountain West Conference. So probably overseeded as a 7. And good for Florida Gulf Coast because now they're going to the Sweet 16 and now they're playing a dream matchup. The problem with this matchup is, the number one problem is that now every college in America is going to want to be Division I, because if Florida Gulf Coast can turn Division I and in 2 years after they become eligible, become a Sweet 16 team and play the big school in their state,
right?
Who's not going to want to do that?
Why not? Why not? And talk about Florida. I looked down at the TPI numbers for Florida. They're very strong. If you combine their offensive and defensive numbers, might be the best combination of any team left in the tournament. So how are they looking at this game?
Well, right, I think they're looking at this game with, there's two ways. Opportunity, gosh, we get to go to the Elite Eight having to beat a low major team, or B, they could be afraid of it because every high seed has that, gosh, if we lose, we are going to be so embarrassed. We're going to hear so much about it. You saw it in Gonzaga's performance in the first 2 rounds. We've seen it in other upsets, and this is a circumstance where Florida, they have to attack this game. If they do not attack this game, they're going to be in a game with 10 minutes left, and then they're going to start to worry. So they have to go after and tear through this game in the way that they did for most of their Southeastern Conference home games, frankly, the way they did down the stretch against Minnesota. They attacked the game. They used their guard play to attack the basketball. They used their guard play to get into guards that were defending them, like they did today against Andre Hollins. When they got Andre Hollins in foul trouble, they essentially won the game.
So do you see this going, the Cinderella's run end here, basically?
I think so. Florida is, from a per possession standpoint, they are the best team in college basketball. Where they've had trouble is they haven't played very well away from home. They took care of some of that this weekend in the first 2 rounds of the NCAA tournament, and they haven't been very good at closing out games. I don't think they're going to get to a position where they have to worry about that in this round.
All right, we'll see what happens. It's certainly going to be interesting to watch, that's for sure. For Mike DeCourcy, I'm Tom Vandervoort. Thanks to UPS for bringing all this to us, and we'll see you next time.